It is midnight, somehow. Season 3 came out yesterday. Obviously, the biggest change is that everyone has 3 assists now, and with that, there's a lot of really cool things you can do in this version that were either impossible to do before, or were just very difficult, or you didn't have as many options to do. So I want to highlight some of the cool things that you can do in Season 3 now that there's 3 times as many assists in the game. And forgive my voice, it is way past my bedtime. Alright, so in the game now, everyone has 3 assists. They have an A assist, a B assist, and a C assist. Everyone's A and B assists are going to be unique to those characters, and they're going to be like regular assists, so they're going to have regular cooldown, and they're going to be generally just unique to that character. So Frieza, instead of just having the explosion as his death ball now. Actually, the title of Frieza's new assist is "You Might Not Survive This Time." That's actually kind of godlike. And obviously you can see Android 18 has Destructo Disc, Captain Ginyu can summon the Ginyu Force and rotate through them as an assist, which is really cool. And I know a lot of people are happy about Android 18 finally having a physical attack as an assist, so we can all use her and not have to worry about, is the barrier going to mix well with my team? Am I going to be able to do combos? Am I going to be able to mix people up? That's all gone. Now you have a second option. So maybe sometimes you want the barrier assist for neutral or for certain matchups. Maybe sometimes you want Destructo Disc. I think this assist is super good. I'm not trying to get into the specifics of what assists are the best and which assists do which things, because it's day 2 for me. It's probably like day 4 by the time this goes up. And there's no way I can cover everything here. But I do want to highlight some of the things you can do in the game in general. I mentioned A and B assists so far, but C assists are a bit different. First of all, C assists are noticeably slower, and they all have a follow-up if they hit. So if they hit, this is Ginyu's, they're really easy to convert off of. Another thing is if they're already in hit stun, these assists are significantly faster. So if you're already hitting the opponent, it's basically instant. And since they're so easy to combo off of, the first really big thing I noticed is in this game with almost any character's C assist, you can do stuff like confirm Ki Blasts on hit into full combos very easily. And just go from there. So what we could do is we could go and set the opponent to guard randomly, and we could just try confirming only when we see them get hit. Just like that, really easy, like you really can't mess this up. This is super good for characters that have spammable Ki Blasts, so I think in this version, those kind of characters might want to have 1 C assist on their team. We'll see over time whether that ends up being as good as we think. I think one character that might take advantage of this super well is someone like Vegeta, who has spammable air Ki Blast too. We can visually see, if we look at the health bars, we can see whether our opponent is getting hit, and when we see that red, we can call our assist and get a combo from it. Super easy. Keep in mind that C assists seem really good for this purpose. They seem super good for combos, and they are super good for combos, but they do come with the drawback of having a significantly longer cooldown period than regular assists. So if you see, I'll call Frieza's B assist. Let's turn our training settings on so we can see the assist cooldown. Let's set it to normal. And if we call Frieza assist, this is the B version. Look at the speed that this comes back. Pretty normal. If we call Ginyu, look at how slowly this one comes back. Noticeably worse. In fact, let's actually hit these at the same time and just see comparatively how long it takes for them to come back. Just look at the rate of that. You don't always actually have to deal with this cooldown period though. If you were to use this assist in a combo and then swap to this character, then this long cooldown period gets negated. Look at the rate it's coming back. Significantly quicker. So it's not always going to apply, and keep in mind that anytime a character dies, both players are going to come back in with whatever assist they have left over, fully stocked up. But this is still a significant drawback. Having your assist on cooldown for longer means you have fewer options in neutral, fewer options on offense, fewer options for combos. So keep that in mind. Comes with drawbacks. You might only want to have 1 C assist on your team just to be safe, but I do encourage you to experiment with them and see what you think on your own. But keep in mind that since there's so many more assist options in the game, you can probably find something that isn't just a C assist to help you convert your Ki Blasts and neutral tools pretty consistently. So like we're going to use Frieza's Death Ball here, and I'm pretty sure we could react to him getting hit, summon Frieza, and still get a combo. And we could do this kind of thing with a lot of assists if I had to guess. Also, I want to highlight the most broken assist in the game. Look at Bardock's assist. His B version of his assist is his gut punch. This assist is super silly. You can react to Ki Blast hitting, call this assist, and you have all day to convert it. It's ridiculous. And you can see it has 46 frames of block stun. That is nuts. Arxis, please patch this assist. This is actually too good, and it's attached to too good of a character. I don't want to be too mad at Arxis here. They tripled the number of assists in the game. Something was bound to slip through the cracks, but this is insane. That assist is nuts. And since it's only the B version, it cools down at the same rate as any other A or B assist. Second cool thing you can do in the game now is just take advantage of high block stun assists. You could do this before, but really the only super high block stun assists that were in the game were Gotenks, Kid Buu, and Base Goku. But now there's a bunch of them. So when I was streaming the other day, I was playing 18, Frieza, and Ginyu together, and I found out that Ginyu's C assist has insane block stun, like 50 frames. This is only slightly lower than Kid Buu's assist. But we can take advantage of this super high block stun to actually set up real 50-50s in the corner. This is actually a true block string in the high-low, and we can show that just by seeing that we have the bot set to guard first only. Other examples, obviously Bardock's gut punch assist, his B assist is insane block stun. Some other assists I know about that have really high block stun attached to them are Vegito's B assist has 42 frames of block stun, and Android 16 C assist has 50 frames of block stun, which I think is on par with the amount of block stun that his original unpatched A assist used to have. Obviously, I haven't tested every assist. I still don't know what half of them even look like, to be perfectly honest. If you want to test how much block stun certain assists have, you can go to Info Display Settings, come down here to Attack Startup and Frame Advantage Info, and you can find out for yourself. It'll show up in the bottom left there. Just like how we could see that certain moves are negative on block, we can see how much block stun an assist has. And even though not all of these assists have massive block stun, like Piccolo's is 26 frames, they all have different strengths. Like obviously this is beam property and it goes pretty far, and it really lets you do stuff with characters that you couldn't do before. A lot of people before didn't want to play Vegito or Piccolo because they didn't have physical assists, they had Ki Blast assists. So people felt they either weren't great for combos or weren't great for pressure. Those problems are mostly gone now. So even though 26 frames of block stun or Piccolo's assist isn't amazing, it isn't perfect. Actually, it's 28 when you're point blank. That's really interesting. So far away, it's 26, and up close, it's 28. You're learning something new every day. But even though it's not the most block stun, it's probably enough to be usable, and it's probably enough to make you want to put Piccolo on a team where you felt that his orb assist locked you out of playing him before, or the same thing for Vegito or Android 18, Janemba. If you want to quickly cycle through as many assists as possible and see what you can do, if you just pause the game and go to change Z assists up at the top, you can really quickly change all of them really fast, and it doesn't even have to reload the game, it'll just swap right away. Also, a lot of the original assists got buffed too, so look at Piccolo's. He actually throws 2 orbs now, so even though it's the Ki Blast property and a lot of people didn't like that for offense, imagine what you can do with an assist that has 2 delayed hits between it. I'm sure people can find some really cool combos for this. I think this assist is really cool, and I want to see what people do with it. I know a friend of mine has already found combos with Cooler where he gets like 3 Dragon Punch enders at the end of a combo just because of this assist. And I think he can even TOD with it too. So definitely be creative, definitely try a bunch of stuff out. Characters that you didn't consider before, you should definitely give them a chance now. And going along with that point, the third thing you can do with Assist this version is just be really flexible with combos. Obviously before you kind of had to play certain characters if you wanted to have good synergy for combos and neutral. Now you can probably find something that works for almost every character, regardless of who you want to pair with them. As I mentioned earlier, C assists are great for combos, great for converting hits and getting good damage, but they're also just super good for combos because they always work even at super high hit stun scaling in combos, at least to my knowledge. So what's really cool about this is we could pretty much max out a combo to the point where normally we wouldn't be able to extend anymore. And these will still always give you a Dragon Rush ender Previously, this kind of thing would only really work with an assist like Vegeta's, where it was guaranteed hit stun for a good amount of time. But these C assists seem to have so much hit stun attached to them that you can use them at any point in a combo and they'll always work the same way. In fact, people are already optimizing combos where they're key charging mid-combo to build some extra meter. It'll be really interesting to see what people find down the road, but if you feel like you just want a little bit more damage in one of your combos so you can TOD or just squeeze out every last drop you can get, C assists are probably going to work for you. And since these C assists are so fast and since they track to your opponent, you can use them mid-screen for really easy, good extensions that do really good damage and are pretty hard to mess up. Also, I love Ginyu's new level 3. He actually has one now, thank you Arxis. He's been missing this whole time. Also, fun fact, if you body swap with Ginyu, you cannot use his new level 3 if you're the swapped player. So if I try to level 3 with him, it just doesn't come out. So don't try this. If you need to end a combo when you're body swapped into Ginyu, you have to use his charge level 1 to get a hard knockdown. I think that's good for now. I just want to put this out there early on in Season 3. See what works for you, experiment, be creative, and have fun with it. Unless you're the most competitive person out there and you're expecting to win tournaments, I really think you can play pretty much whoever you want. Just as my day 1 team, I'm kind of having fun just making 18 Frieza and Ginyu work together with the new assists, and it's really fun just to experiment with this stuff. But anyway, that's all I wanted to cover for today. I'm sure a lot of you guys already knew most of this, but I wanted to put a spotlight on it because this is probably the most important change for Season 3, and it's probably what most people are most excited about. If you want to continue learning Dragon Ball FighterZ with me, please consider subscribing to the channel and following me on Twitch to see when I go live. I'm going to try my best to stream in Season 3 a lot more than I did in Season 2. Hope to see you guys over there. I'll be back with more soon. Thanks for watching.